Hey guys, here we are, coming at you live from the Fred classroom set. I'm just going to answer some of my 18K questions. There's like 60 of them, so let's see how fast we can get through this, guys. Come at me Glow says, yay. Well, yay. Hey, come at me Glow. You're one of my longest time fans, so thanks for staying awesome and beautiful. Simon Bowman says, who's the most famous person you know? Well, dog, depends on who you count. Jennifer Lopez, Ashton Kutcher, Morgan Freeman, Kevin Spacey. I mean, the list goes on and on. I've done over 70 films. So check out my IMDb page, see all the actors in those movies, and I don't know, it depends. Who's more famous? I mean, I know Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg, too. I mean, Eminem. I mean, it's a lot of people. So, a lot of famous people. M. Celis Films, Nintendo, Xbox, PlayStation? I'm going to go with Xbox, although I do like when they say PlayStation. The little boy, how are babies made? Well, basically, two people get together on a bed, and then the condom breaks, and then the baby comes. That's usually how it works. Danny Simon, or come on, underscore Simon. What is the craziest thing you ever done for money? Oh, man. Craziest thing I've ever done for money. I have to think about that. Probably working for Natural Born Pranksters was one of the craziest things I ever did for money. D. Lessard 16, what project is going to be next in line for Blue Falcons? Well, we're actually doing 2 with Collective Studio right now, but sort of Dan, my producing partner, is doing something, but probably collectively as Blue Falcon under our label is going to be a movie called Jesus Take the Wheel with, no, I don't think it's going to be with Pure Flix, but it's coming up soon. Maybe this fall we're going to get into that. There's also a company called Gorilla in Grand Rapids, Michigan that we might be doing a movie called Camp Mana with. Why So Lemmy? Are you into rock metal? If so, which are your favorite bands? Yeah, I like, well, you know, I'm old school. I'm 42, so I like the 80s bands, you know, like Def Leppard, Van Halen, Ozzy Osbourne, the classics, you know, White Snake, Guns N' Roses. That's got to be my favorite for sure. Richard Malmstrom, when will Natural Born Pranksters be released? Probably this year. In fact, tonight we're going to a screening. I think there's going to be some special guests there. They're getting these screenings out so they can judge what else is needed, put it all together, and release that sucker. So I'm going to say hopefully summer or fall, but I can't be 100% sure on that. Cash XO, what made you want to do YouTube? Well, my friends, Roman and Vitaly and Dennis, they sort of showed me the ropes on that, and Chase Gilroy, of course, and I had some friends in the YouTube world, Harley Morenstein, Leah Marie Johnson, Alex Mandel, those people. So I kind of was like, hey, this is kind of cool. Let me try it out. And since I got my hoBRO fans now, you know, maybe I'll just give it a shot. And so I did. Kim Jong, Mongol Fane. What's your favorite movie? Well, I said before, my last vlog, Amadeus, was my favorite movie. Another good one, Dangerous Liaisons with John Malkovich. Dudes, watch that movie. It is so good. Dangerous Liaisons, John Malkovich, up for many Oscars. Very good film. Machine Rabbit, Jude, did you ever need any local freelance artists? If so, would you hook a brother up? Of course I would. Of course I do. So, where are you from? Let me know, and I'll let you know. Ash13 Win. Ash Win. Hey, Jude. Hope you're having an awesome day, my friend. I appreciate the effort you put up, cope with your daily routine and vlogs. Thank you, Ashwin. That's my friend from India. He's hits me up on Twitter all the time. Thank you for being a loyal hoBRO, and I appreciate that very much. CD Spinney, who's your biggest inspiration? Tim Burton. I mean, for many reasons, not just because I love his style and his aesthetic and his films and his collaborations. Danny Elfman, Chris Levinson, Derek Fry, the list goes on and on, Colleen Atwood. But I love stop motion and I love animation, but also because I feel like in another parallel universe, I would have been a Tim Burton. Like, I have this artistic side of me where I draw and, of course, direct and all that, and that's exactly how my aesthetic would have been if I went down that path earlier. So I can relate to his stuff. It's very relatable for me, and I'm a huge fan. So he's a big inspiration for me on many levels. And he came from, you know, suburbs in Burbank and made his way to the top. So it's a very great, heroic story. Alejandro Grizzly, have you ever been to Chicago? What are your thoughts about the city? Love that city. It's cool how the elevated train comes over, so you always feel like you're in this tight space. It feels kind of homey and comfortable. I don't know how to explain it, but you know, like when you're in your own personal space and there's like clutter and stuff, books and things that are your personal artifacts, that's how the city of Chicago feels, like sort of wraps you up in its arms. And it's so beautiful. It's on Lake Michigan there, like the city's kind of stacked up with these huge skyscrapers and then the running park and then huge Lake Michigan. It's just such a beautiful city, and the food, oh my God, deep dish pizza and beer and sausages and Polish food and everything. It's so good. It's amazing. Love that city. Okay. Realistic Official 98, what is your favorite horror movie? Much love and respect to the one and only King of all hoBROs. I like all the classic horrors. Exorcist is probably, the original Exorcist I'm saying, probably the scariest movie of all time. Christine, The Car, Amityville Horror, the original, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the original, I'm talking like 70s and 80s, and, you know, not all these remakes. Those are great movies. Of course, Friday the 13th and Sleepy Hollow, again, going back to the Tim Burton theme. Great movies. Angel TBT, what's your favorite music or song? God, I don't know. There's so many songs I like, but I'm a big Bruce Hornsby fan. He's probably a little past your generation, although he's collaborated on many things. He's a good piano guy. You know, there's so many. I don't know. I have to think about that. I'm very eclectic with my music. I like a smorgasbord of good songs. X Giovanni, how did you get into Hollywood business as a director? I'm an aspiring director, and much love the response. Watch my video, The Greatest Film Advice Ever. It'll give you some steps on how to break into the Hollywood business, but basically keep working, get on a bunch of sets, make a bunch of friends, work hard, make a good impression, and they'll keep calling you back. Almontio 3, in your career, what was your greatest or your favorite filming project? Had to be Sam Sandwich, which was something I did for Disney. It was a stop motion animation about eating healthy with this little sandwich character and a salad guy. It's available on YouTube. Check it out. It's really cool. Really fun project. Alex Day Chain, what's the most embarrassing moment in your life? When I was a little kid, just sort of turning into puberty, I was in the bathtub naked with a little washcloth over this area, and my dad walked in, and you know, I was like at half mast because I was like, oh, this is fun, let me see what this does. And then he walked in and he's like, what are you doing? Are you touching yourself? And I was like, what? But, you know, boys will be boys. But that was pretty embarrassing. But in hindsight, when I look back, it wasn't that embarrassing because, you know, I was a kid and that's what kids do. They try to figure it out. But at the time, I felt embarrassed. Hannah Williams Appleless, have you ever had sex? Well, I know I did it twice because I had 2 kids. So I did it right twice. The rest of the time, you know, got this and this. But I did it twice, at least. Query Upbo David, has anyone really been far even has decided to use even go want to do look more like? Only about 50%, and sometimes on Sundays. And if you go to Mars and turn back around and eat some chocolate marshmallows and go back over the hill, sometimes behind in the back you can see it, but usually the answer is no. Simone Bowman, what was your first car? 78 Plymouth Volare Super Coupe. Fucking beautiful vehicle, man. Had the steel belted radials, police engine, 360 cubic inch, black louvers on the side. It was half and half, flat black on the top, and like this metallic maroon. You can see them online. 78 Plymouth Volare Super Coupe, all tricked out. Check it out. It was my first car. It was beautiful. Craig Strachan, are you a oboe wizard, Harry? Of course I am. Hannah Williams Apples, do you think self-harmers are stupid? I believe is the question. No, nobody's stupid. Look, people have issues. I feel for self-harmers. I feel like they should get help because it usually deals with depression, which is a very serious subject. And I hope that they don't harm themselves, but I know sometimes they do. Nobody's stupid. You shouldn't feel bad about yourself. You should just talk to someone, get some advice, go see a doctor. They can give you medications. They can talk about those things and help you. And you're not alone. And, you know, there's people out there that can help you. But don't feel bad about yourself. Everyone has personal issues. Everybody has personal issues. Don't worry about that. Trev Bojankins. Could you give my band, the Jenkins Twins, a shout out? Well, I just did, homie, the Jenkins chin. So what? The Jenkins Twins. Y'all go check them out, the Jenkins Twins. Jordan Sullivan. Do you think you would be where you're at now if it wasn't for Roman Talley? Well, in my career, I had a good, solid career long before I ever met those guys. So yeah, definitely I would be there. But as far as my YouTube and my Instagram followers, definitely not. Those guys are what sort of made me popular in those arenas. So on social media, definitely Roman Vitali, Dennis, and Chase. But as far as my career, hey, hoBROs, I've been a producer a long time. I got 2 decades in this business. So Harrison Weiss one, how did you get in this business? Well, I started on a big movie called Bicentennial Man. Well, actually, I went to school for acting and drama. I did that. I was an extra on a bunch of sets, and then my first production role was as a editorial PA on Bicentennial Man with Robin Williams, another famous guy I know. Well, knew. And then, it went from there, my career. Just hard work, man. But basically, just being a PA, starting at the ground level, getting the coffee, answering the phones, asking a lot of questions. Leo M95, have you ever been to Ireland? If not, would you like to go? Of course. I've been to the UK, I've been to North England, but I've never crossed over to Ireland. I would love to do that. It's on my list. Always has been. Judge Redo 2, how's your day been? It's good, man. How's your day been? Has it been all right? Carson Fulkerson, are you homeless? Well, technically in LA, I am homeless in that I don't have a home in LA, nor do I rent an apartment in LA, but no, I'm not homeless in the classical sense, although I do like to dumpster dive for dumpster nachos on occasion. Lil John Priv, what do you love most in the world? My kids and my wife, my beautiful wife and my little babies. I love you guys. Pranom Nong Fa and Monkey Dog, love you, miss you. I am Rust. Are there any unfriendly areas in LA that you try to avoid? Not really. There's some unfriendly people in LA, but there's no specific area. It's all kind of cool and chill, and occasionally you run into people that don't like you, but I feel like that's anywhere in the world. I can't name a specific neighborhood I wouldn't go into. People always think because of the movies that like South Central is bad and stuff, but it's not. They're good people there. So don't believe the movies. It's Hollywood. It's an image that they portray. What's your favorite food? Oh man. Well, I eat Thai food a lot in Thailand. It's really good and healthy for you. But my favorite food is the greasy shit. I'm talking pizza, steak, a big old fatty cheeseburger, and a big old mug of beer. I mean, I didn't build this beautiful body overnight by eating vegetables, all right? It's beef and beer. That's what I love. Big red one. First off, how are you? Secondly, do you ever driven a motorcycle? Well, how are you? Big red one. And yes, I have driven a motorcycle several times. In fact, there's a movie out there called Aces that we did where I have this big old Harley, huge fat boy hog with like painted flames on it, and I drive it in the scene. And a lot of my friends used to be in motorcycle, I don't want to say gangs, they weren't gangs, they were just cliques, weekend warrior motorcycle guys that all buy Harleys, but they loved them. And so yeah, I've been on lots of motorcycles. Mikey1606, can I be your next movie, LO? Well, sure you can. If you're around, I'll throw you in my movie. Why not? Javensky18, how long have you been a producer and how did you start? Ooh, been a producer, well, I've been in the film business since 1999. Been a producer probably the last 10, 15 years, and I started as a PA again, which is a production assistant. Just basically, getting the coffee. Let's see, let me just check this hoBROs. All right, we're still rolling, dogs. Please, I want to be mentioned. Have you seen me here asking you something? Yeah, Mikey606, of course, dog. You're one of my hoBROs. Shout out to you. And your channel, Mikey Mitchell. Go check out Mikey Mitchell on YouTube. Good shout out for you. Roshan Shankar 56. How old were you when you lost your virginity? I was pretty old, man. Because I was in the seminary. A lot of people don't know that about me, to be a Catholic priest back when I was young. So then I got into college and I was like, girls? What do I do with girls? So actually, this is like a sophomore in college. I think I was 19, 20 even, maybe 20. I was a late bloomer, but it was good, man. Don't be in any hurry to lose your virginity. There's no reason. Be a kid, be a teen, have fun. You can get to all that stuff later. Sahid Photo, did you feel like a different person when you shaved your beard? And please give my YouTube channel a shout out. Sahid Production. Okay, so check out Sahid Productions on YouTube. And yeah, I feel lighter when I shave my beard and cleaner. It's just like, you know, like you feel good after it's a smooth haircut. And I love straight razor shaves because it gets right into the pores and gets everything out. I love that. But I also love the beard, so it's 50-50, you know. It's two different feelings, but definitely it's a different feeling. And you look younger, of course, when you shave. You look like a younger guy, so you know, people are like, "Whoa, man, you took off 20 years," and it's true. It's true. Luca Fidanza, do you think of being in a movie in the near future? Yeah, I'm in a lot of movies. In fact, we're gonna shoot one in probably Georgia, and then we're gonna shoot one somewhere else. I'll probably have a little role in one of those. I mean, as an actor as well. I do that all the time. Pre-1992, what music do you listen to most? I don't know. I mean, I like Danny Elfman, Boingo Boingo, classical music, all kinds. Uziel 5. Will Natural Born Pranksters have more filming, or is it done? Well, we're doing a little screening tonight, and we're going to figure that out, and it might need a little bit more filming, and then we'll be done. But soon, guys, very soon on that. New tally, has anyone ever given you money in the street thinking you were homeless before? No, they haven't, because first of all, I wouldn't have asked, and I wouldn't have taken it. And most people in LA don't give money to homeless guys, sadly enough. No, that's never happened to me. But if they did, I would take it and I would go give it to a real homeless person. Nick Bocci, who's your favorite YouTuber? It's got to be Leah Marie Johnson. Check her out, guys. She's awesome. Leah Marie Johnson. Someday I'm going to put her in my movie. Until then, she's great. She sings, she acts, she's beautiful. Check her out. Leah Marie Johnson. Ryan Ralston, what is your favorite year of Ford truck? Well, I'm going to say 2014 because that's what my Ford is. But actually, I do like the old classics, the 50s Fords, the F-150s, and those guys. Oh, they're awesome. Alex Gibney 2463. Were you high? Fokker, are you high, Fokker? In this video, and do you smoke? I was not high. I was very tired in that first video. And generally, I don't smoke, but I have with my friends on occasion, you know, like at a party or whatever. But generally, I'm not that kind of guy. But I'm not opposed to it. I could give a shit less. Vitaly V, how are you? Laugh out loud. Good. How are you? Laugh out loud. LOL. B-Bark 425, if you live in the United States, which state would you live in? Well, I'd probably try to have two homes, one in LA where most of the film business is sort of generated, although we film all over. And then I love upstate New York, man. Sleepy Hollow, Tarrytown. It's such a cool feeling there in all those Victorian buildings and old, you know, throwback to colonial days. Love that place. The 15647. Do you think it's wrong for Roman Atwood to trick naive people with his fake pranks and push his merch onto them? Answer honestly, please. First of all, his pranks aren't fake that I know of. And secondly, you don't really push merchandise onto anybody. Like, either you want to buy it or you don't. So he's just a self-promoter. We're all self-promoting in this business. It doesn't mean we're selfish. It just means we have a brand that we're trying to get out there. So, you know, pranks are what they are at face value. They're meant to sort of make light of something or make fun of something or catch somebody off guard, and that's what they are. So I don't think he's malicious. I think he's the greatest person ever. So I would have to say no to both of those. Lil Tink, who do you like more, at Roman Atwood, at Dennis Brody, or at Vitaly ZD TV? Depends on what kind of mood I am in. I wouldn't say I like one more than the other. If I want to drink and slap some whores' asses, that's Vitaly, of course. If I want a serious bro conversation about the meaning of life, that's Dennis. If I want a genuine guy that is a family-centered guy that is very caring and loving, that's going to be Roman. So they're all cool in their own way, and I love those guys. Anthony Paz 17, who is your biggest inspiration? I think I already answered this. That would be Tim Burton, I guess, as far as that. But more on a personal level, my biggest inspiration, my wife. She's awesome. She's intelligent. She is amazing and caring and wise beyond years. I've learned a lot from her. She's very inspirational. She's very inspirational to me, and I appreciate that very much. Mike 702, how did you get into directing? Again, I just kind of went that path of being in production, PA, and then worked my way all the way up, and then I started doing my own content and directing my own stuff, and now I'm trying to get a legitimate, bigger directing job with the script I wrote and all that. But years of hard work, dedication, and don't stop. Keep doing everything. Keep being on sets. It doesn't matter. YouTube, theater, high school, college, film sets, an extra, a boom operator, whatever. Get on to sets and learn about the business if you want to succeed in it. What was the first movie film you directed? Well, I ghost directed a lot of movies, which means you're not officially the director, but you have to direct a lot of scenes because either the director leaves or they're not available, or there's extra scenes, second unit, or additional acting scenes that you have to split the movie up. So that would be a hard one to answer. But Hoberculosis, which is a funny little quirky short we did that we basically thought of when we were punch drunk delirious, is online. You can watch that. That was something I directed that's just for fun. It's hilarious. Jarrett the Kid, how was it working with Roman and making his movie? Awesome. He's a great guy. He's a good collaborator. He's intelligent. He's Johnny on the spot. And he's just a fun guy. I mean, the Roman you see on his vlogs, that's the real Roman. He is what he is. He's a nice fucking guy. Ben Shixton, happy birthday at Roman Atwood. I don't know, is it Roman's Atwood? Happy birthday, Mr. Roman. If it's your birthday, happy birthday, Mr. Roman. Smile more, Roman Atwood, of course. That's a good note to end on. Roman Atwood, love you, my hoBRO. Dennis, Vitaly, Chase, all you guys, all my hoBROs watching, thanks for getting me to 18K on Instagram. Go ahead and subscribe to me, follow me. Hey, I got all that stuff. Hollywood hoBRO on Facebook. I got YouTube, Jude S. Walco on Twitter, Instagram, Jude S. on Vine, all that shit. But you know what's most important? You guys. So as always, much love and respect to all y'all my hoBROs. Peace.